Talofa everyone, my name is Amy Maslen-Miller, the Samoan scientist, and if you're a person in STEM and you're not on social media, you're behind. You got to keep up with the plays, so let's talk about it and let's get amongst it. Aloha ngoa o Amy Maslen-Miller, o le nuu o loa tina moni o sua tuasali loa simbai, o le nuu o loa tama moni o monono. Hi everyone, my name is Amy Maslen-Miller, the Samoan scientist. I identify as a New Zealand-born Samoan woman. Here is a photo of Auckland City, which is in New Zealand, and here is a photo of a hotel in Samoa. So Samoa is about a 4-hour plane ride from New Zealand. From birth, I was adopted into a New Zealand family where I was raised by my mum, who is a hairdresser, my nana, who is a retired taxi driver, and she turned 90 this year, and I was also raised by my dad, who is a cabinet maker. We have a love of animals in our family, and I am the proud owner of Panati, who is here. That's a Samoan word for peanut, and also Blazy. He's a Westie Poo. I will say that my first love is music, and I have such a great passion for playing the violin. And a fun fact is that I actually fell into science. Science wasn't my love in high school, but I persisted, and here I am, the Samoan scientist. Today I am only going to be talking about YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. These are all video platforms of social media and are going to be most beneficial to you and your work. YouTube is primarily a video platform. It has over 500 hours of video content that is uploaded every minute. YouTube reaches more than 18 to 34-year-olds than any other TV network, and there are more than 37 million channels on YouTube. Up to now, Instagram has been a photo sharing platform, but recently they are prioritizing videos. But on Instagram, more than 1 billion people use Instagram every month. 81% of those people use Instagram to research products and services, and 500 million people use Stories every day. And Stories is one of the video platforms that we're going to chat about today. TikTok is a video platform where you can post videos from 15 seconds to 3 minutes long. People primarily post comedy posts, dance challenges, educational things. It is available in 200 countries. TikTok users spend more than 14 hours on the app, so that's about 2 hours per day, and there are 1.1 billion active users on TikTok. So having only talked about YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, we're seeing vast and very large amounts of numbers and traffic and audiences on these platforms. And of course, these platforms have their positive and their negatives, but today I'm only going to talk about how you can use YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok to your advantage. The talk today is divided into 3 sections, with the last 2 sections giving you some tools and some practical information to help get you started on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram today. Those who have access to a phone and those who have access to the internet are most likely going to be on social media. And as we saw before, there's such a large audience that you can access just looking at these 3 social media platforms. So right from the get-go, all you have to do is download these apps and you have an audience there ready and waiting. That audience includes politicians, includes some STEM people, but I will highlight that there aren't as many women in STEM accounts that I have come across, and surprise, surprise, those women who are in STEM on social media are discriminated more compared to men who are in STEM. Then once you have created your account and you're posting, you are literally in people's faces. Unfortunately, in today's world, we're always glued to our phones and we're always consuming content. Some people say that on social media, content is king. Content is king, meaning that the more you post, the more likely you're going to strike a chord with a larger group of people. And I will say that as us people in STEM, I've met so many women who are so inspirational. They're so, have gone through their challenges, and their stories are so inspiring and need to be heard. And I really believe that it is important that you need to share your story, to create positive content to put on social media, because as we know, there is a lot of negative content on there, but content is king, and it really needs your influence, your stories, to make it meaningful and positive. As the creator of Salmon Scientist, I am on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter, etc. And from just being visible on these social media platforms, I have been privileged to have so many amazing opportunities, such as radio interviews, podcasts, featured in books, and also featured on TV. And for me, it's important to share my story and also to share my work to help inspire the next generation. Here in New Zealand, there are very, very few Samoan and Pacific scientists, and particularly Maori scientists, who are the Indigenous people of New Zealand. So for me, it's really important to have that representation online, on social media, and many, many amazing opportunities have come from that. By being on media platforms, you're going to target such a large audience, and you're going to literally be in people's faces. Here in New Zealand, we have a famous journalist called John Campbell, and he is often on a breakfast show in the mornings on national television. Many a time I have seen guests that he has invited on, some of them academics, and those academics are very vocal online, and he actually picks them off, for instance, on Twitter and Facebook, and invites them on the show. So there are many opportunities out there for you to talk about your research and your journey. YouTube is great for those longer videos. For my YouTube channel, I've kept them to about 3 minutes. But you do need to have some knowledge on editing videos. I personally use Shortcut. It's free and it's user-friendly. Here's an example of one of my videos that I posted on my YouTube channel, Salmon Scientist.
With some suspension behind me. So in those containers, we have the fungi in there, and then also a water control. These ones are empty at the moment because I've done all of them. We have about 3 varieties here. 3 common varieties in Samoa. Samoa 2, Talasolani and Talofosi. Hey everyone, so I just finished the shade house inoculation trials. I'm doing the same thing that I just did in the field, but this time in the shade house. These are the plants here, so they're in bags instead of planted in the ground, because we just wanted to see if there's a difference between the shade house trial and the field trials. So it's about, I think, 7:30 now, and my morning just started, so everyone will get to work around 9, and yeah, I've already started and I'm already very hungry.
All you need to do is download the Instagram app, make an account, and below here are the options in the Instagram app once you open it up, and you can post your reel, which is your 15-second video, a story, which is a shortened video, and your IGTV video, which is a minute video or a little bit longer. Then you just got to film your video and post it. It is super easy, and it is instant. In Instagram, I want to show you reels, which are 15-second videos. This is my page, Samoan Scientist, and I too have created some reels, and you'll see they're very similar to TikTok.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo. If you're feeling like you
Instagram also has IGTV, where you can record 1 minute or longer videos. I usually put my podcasts on there.
I went to St. Mary's College in Wellington, and there were 2 classes that were chemistry. So I did chemistry. It was the only science I think I did. So there were 2 sciences, and I got put in the front. It was Saturday, they put me in the front. It was really sad because they knew I'd talk at the back, so they put me in the front.
That podcast was with Itiroa, software engineer.
So I love that everyone, today is the big week. Tomorrow I have an assignment due, so I'm just doing final editing at the moment. Then on Thursday.
So look, your videos can be formal and informal, and we also have your stories on Instagram.
I wrote a list of things that I have to do because these next 2 months I really need to keep passing my papers. So just for like my accountability, I just want to take myself about.
Reels are the most important video format on Instagram. From my understanding, they're now shifting from a photo sharing platform to a video sharing platform. So they're going to prioritize those reels, and as you'll see later on, it's very similar to TikTok. So definitely Instagram is trying to keep up with the play. Like Instagram, all you have to do for TikTok is download the TikTok app, create an account, and once you open TikTok, there'll be a plus button down the bottom. And once you click on that, this is what you'll see. And here down the side, that's basically your editing software that you need. So TikTok provides all of that. The how to use all of them is actually on TikTok. And again, post your video and it's done. Let's have a look at TikTok.
Hi, you want to see something that I just picked out of the garden?
Yeah,
Are you ready?
yeah.
Going to Esposito's across the street. This is where you get the real sausage. No tofu sausage. This is the best butcher shop in the city.
TikTok has trends. Currently, this buffering trend has been it. TikTok also has some women in STEM accounts, but again, very few.
I thought I was going to be okay. I thought I was going to be okay being a woman in STEM. But I came into a lab dressed like this, and a girl openly laughed at me. Openly! Didn't even try to hide it. I thought I was going to be okay.
I do this for my squad, I do this for my gang. I do this for my squad, I do this for my gang. Hit a button, Morty, give me a beat. Tell me I'm okay. I do this.
So you'll see the TikTok videos are filmed in portrait. Sometimes they will have music in the background and often will have captions. I mean, they can be as simple as this last video that we saw, this woman just sitting at a desk, or they could be someone walking and talking. TikTok really allows you to have that freedom and creativity to truly post whatever you would like to post. In order to use YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, realistically, all you need is a phone, and that's what I personally use. I use this phone here, the LG G7 Thin. It has a slightly better camera, and I got it for that purpose, but you don't need to make up excuses about getting those fancy DSLR cameras because it's just not necessary. I did put a tripod here. I only really use this during my podcasts because sometimes I don't always have like a bottle on hand to lean my phone against, or sometimes I'll use a brick because I'm often outside. But don't make excuses. All you need is a phone to get started to use YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Now we're at our last section, about what to post on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And you may be thinking, oh, Amy, you know, my life is boring. No one wants to know about it. You are wrong. All of your journeys, challenges, successes are so valuable, and people need to hear your story. Shout out to Danny Washington, who's science communicator, ocean advocate, and TV presenter, who gave some amazing advice about where to start and what to post on social media, in particular for science communication. So number 1, write down your timeline. Where have you come from and where you are now? This creates relatability. You know, if someone sees that, oh my gosh, you know, she wasn't an straight A student, but look at her now, she's got a PhD. You know, that's real. People love that and people can relate to that. Number 2, build your brand. For me, that is Samoan Scientist. So I created an Instagram account using that name. For you, it could be something that you're passionate about. It could be like the tree freak, or you could put your name in the brand. The great thing about it is that you can always change it. Number 3, build up your content that you want to share with people online. So again, that could come from your timeline, talking about your family, what your passions were, what you're currently doing now in your job. And lastly, communicate. Find the best platform that you like to communicate on. For instance, I don't use YouTube as much now because it's just so much editing, and I am a terrible editor, so I favor Instagram and TikTok. So do what works for you and just post. Like I said previously, content is king. The more that you produce, the more posts that you send out into social media, the more likely you're going to get that relatability, get that interest from people.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Week at Work. This week I've been all over the place, so I'm going to show you a bit of everything, from the lab to outside. Early in the week we started with the taro project. Taro is a tuber and very starchy, similar to a potato. It is a staple crop in Samoa and it is delicious, especially when it's drowned in coconut cream. Back in the post-harvest lab, we are preparing taro to be infected with the fungus. This involves a lot of cutting up of taro with a sterile knife, so we are fairly confident the taro pieces won't be infected by anything else besides the fungus. Then we prepare the taro pieces in the laminar flow, a sterile environment, meaning a clean environment. Then they are inoculated with the fungus. We are now in a sheltered area outside, checking on the taro plants that have been inoculated with the fungus. They have been infected for 7 days, and now I'm assessing each plant, recording, measuring the symptoms, and taking photos.
On my YouTube channel, Samoan Scientist, I really like to post a day in the life videos, because when I was working in Samoa, a lot of people don't know what it's like to work in science over there. But for you, you can post anything that you like. It could be a day in the life, a how to research paper. It could just be you sitting in front of the camera, just chatting about your life and an update so far. I'm only going to show you some examples of reels on Instagram. So the reels are the 15-second videos, and I truly believe that these are going to take off because they're very similar to TikTok. So this is my good friend Stephanie, creator of Future Doctors, and one of her reels.
You're a scientist. You don't look like a scientist. Well, let me show you what a scientist looks like then. You're a scientist.
Say the words on my lips. We can't have a lot of tension. Find it hard to resist. People come and they go. They just take what they want. But you bring a new dimension. Didn't know I could miss. faith, now I believe. That's a that boy, this.
All of these videos have that music in the background, some form of caption, and I wanted to show you a range. Like for instance, for me, I am comfortable with showing some of my personal life, but others are more than happy just to show, a video of their desk. So again, it's really up to you what you feel comfortable posting, and be creative about it. Here are some examples of TikToks. These are the 15-second video to 3-minute videos, and I've found a few women in STEM.
Computer science professors are like, women don't want to learn how to code. Maybe they don't want to learn how to code from you. Maybe they don't want your outdated examples from the 70s about race cars and calculators. 70% of my audience is women, and they want to learn how to code.
1, 2, 3. Stay with me. 真夜中のドアを叩き帰らないでと泣いたあの季節が今目の前 Stay with me
You said forever, now I drive alone past your street. I've been watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes.
So again, very similar to the Instagram Reels. We're seeing that music in the background, some captions, and I was just thinking with Electric Cat's just, really short story there, it was really impactful, and the analytical, just quite a quirky comment that, that we can all kind of relate to on some level. Before I finish my talk, I cannot emphasize how important it is for you to be on these social media platforms. What an amazing opportunity to connect and inspire people around the world. And of course, to show people how amazing you are, your journey, your challenges, your experiences, and of course to show your work, to show how influential your work is. A great place to start is to create your timeline, create your brand, build the content that you want to share, and communicate. You have no excuses. All you need is a phone, the internet, and to download the social media apps. If you have any more questions, you can reach me on Samoan Scientist and any of those platforms. A big thank you to the team for creating this Finding Ada conference and making it happen this year. Thank you so much. That's me, Amy Maslen-Miller, Samoan Scientist. Whawhatai, Mole Avanoa. Thank you.